guys, it's Monday. I know I said we wouldn't be making any films this month, but I've been busy designing and ordering boards from China. They have come in. Some were successful, some were unsuccessful, and we're now at the point of coming down here and checking to make sure they actually fit in the pinball machine before I populate all the rest of them. So let me show you what I got here. I will start off first, not with this one. With this one, looks identical, but it is actually different. This is a 6-digit, 7-segment display, and as it says on the back of the board, it uses common anode LEDs. So we have these LEDs, and this is for a machine that uses 6 digits. And it works fine. I populated this. All we need to do is make sure that it sets down right. The other thing I have is this, and it's a 7-digit display. And this looks almost identical to the one I built before. The only difference is there is no spacing between the digits. The last one, I assumed that the spacing would be the same as the 6-digit display, and it wasn't. And so there was not enough room to see all the digits, and there's a video back there somewhere that shows that. This should just barely fit. By my measurements, there's about 1 millimeter on each side of these displays in the window, and that's all. They're going to be really, really tight, but they should work. The third thing we have is another display that looks very similar to the other one. The only difference is this is a common cathode LED display. This is completely my design. I didn't steal it from anybody. I made it myself, and of course I made a mistake. And if you can look on the back here, let's see if I can get close enough for you to see that. You can see this glob of resistors. There used to be resistors down here, and they fed the common cathode. That doesn't work. You have one resistor being shared between multiple LEDs. Sometimes they're on, sometimes they're off. The intensity of each of the digits would change around, get lighter and dimmer and stuff. This has to be in the individual lines. So I made this so it would work. I want to see what it looks like in the machine, but we'll have to reorder this board and get one that works. So with that being said, Mike and I are going to get over to the machine and we're going to mount one of these in there. Oh, let me show you one more thing and then we'll do that. I might have shown you this before, but I 3D printed some holders that will bolt on, and these cards will slip in like that, and that should, of course that's upside down, so it'll slip in like that, and then that'll mount to the back box and that'll hold it. And so there's only just this one board with the connector on the back that the plug plugs into. And I think I've already showed you guys what the Wolfpack Tech board looks like. Again, this is a wonderful board, and if you want a professional manufactured board, get one of these. They work really, really great. They just take a little while to put together if you get the kit. But anyway, so that's it. I'm going to turn this off. We're going to get the back glass off. Go ahead and mount one of these things up, see what it looks like. Okay, so we've mounted the light, the display up on the thing. It's kind of hard to see, but there's some little sliding holes here that lets us adjust it up and down a little bit. We haven't put the back glass on yet, and we're just going to, let me take you around to the back. We're going to power it on in a moment and see if it works. So there's the back side of it as opposed to this. So go ahead, Mike, turn it on. We'll see what it looks like. I saw a flash. I see 2 zeros. Now, I don't know if you guys can tell the difference in color. Those are definitely more orange than those. And that's one of the reasons why we did the common cathode one, because these displays are actually yellow, and the common cathode one I have is orange, more like that color. So anyway, that looks like it's working perfectly. So let's slide the glass on and see how well it fits. We'll bring you back when we got it reloaded. So we have it in the glass, and as you can see, the display is riding a little high. If you look right down in there, you can actually see a little bit of the green board underneath here, and you can't quite see the top of the digits. So we're going to slide the glass back out. We're going to tap that thing down about 3/16 of an inch, and then we'll bring it back. Okay, so that digit is mounted up. It is working perfectly. It fits in the window. We can see all the LEDs. The brightness is almost equivalent, or maybe a little brighter than the old displays. So I definitely think we have a winner here. So we're going to go ahead and put the 6-banger in. I'm going to start with the common cathode one with the orange lights on just to see what they look like, and then we'll go back to the other ones. Okay, we've installed the other screen, and it looks like it's working fine. I don't know, the closer I get, the worse it gets.
So we've got 10 credits, and the match number should be 2 numbers, not one. Let's just set off a game. Well, that's the ball number. It's the ball number until you match.
Okay.
And then this light comes on that says match, and then that becomes a two-digit number. All right, don't play yourself into a free game. Look at that.
It's doing better than I can. Hey, you finally drained.
Look at that. Almost 100 grand without flipping it at all. So far, so good.
Is it set for 3-ball?
Yeah.
There you go.
Perfect. Now let's see if it lines.
Yeah, let's put the glass on and see if it lines up. So we've put the glass on, and as you can see, same as before, we've mounted it a little high, left to right. It could go left or right a little bit, depending on whose opinion you're talking about. I think it needs to go left. He thinks it needs to go right. So I think we'll leave it right where it is. But again, there's definitely a big gap right there at the bottom, so we need to drop it down about a 1/4 inch. So we'll do that, and we'll bring you back. They look pretty dim, don't they?
Yep. They still look like they have that dimming issue.
Well, it's not. I noticed that they looked dimmer. I actually looked up the specs on them. So we put the orange display in, and it's in here right now, but it has a much dimmer display than the other ones. So I'm probably going to have to change the size of the dropping resistor that's in there from 150 ohms to like maybe 90 ohms or something like that, or 75 or whatever the segment down. So I'll try that. I'll swap those out, and I'll get it right before we order the final boards designed. So anyway, looks like we got the up and down placement correct though. So we're going to go ahead and put the yellow one back in just to see that. I'm going to quit here. Those two displays are going to stay there. They're actually going to live in this machine from now on, and I'm going to go home and I'm going to manufacture the other 3 displays. It literally only takes me about 15 minutes to solder the digits on and the connectors. That's all I have to do. The rest was pick and placed for me. So the next time we come down here, we will replace the other 3 displays, and then we'll be finished. Okay, and to wrap up our job here, we're adding a second screw to each of these brackets just to lock them in place so they can't move around. Use both of the top ones on that one.
Did we
So
say we were going to go up a little?
no, I think we decided it was okay. I think it's okay. Too late now, I've already drilled the pilot hole. We've been talking about several things. One thing is making a template that marks where the holes go so that we could just set the template in there, drill the holes, and we'll have it done. The other thing is we can only get these boards manufactured in green right now. So we're thinking about putting some black tape across the top and bottom of this just to hide that. Hey, I got an idea. Let's put some of that black foam tape across there. We have some of that. We'll do that. I'll bring you back when we get that on there. Okay, you guys probably can't tell the difference, but we put that little black tape around the outside edges of that, and it really does make the displays look a lot better. You can't see the green board under there anymore. So this is it. We're actually quite happy with this design, and we'll go ahead and finish it up, and in a little while we'll have all these displays replaced. So thanks a lot for watching.